Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Middle-Aged Man Show, the only show where we know we still got it, but the clock is ticking. I'm with my co-host, Divine Knowledge, and a very special guest. Please, everyone, please welcome Relly!
Yay! His verse about to change his life. Since I sat over there, his girl just hit me twice. Said I'm right by the speaker. Holla if I need her. Good luck, Relly. Don't forget about his sneakers. Like, what are those? Felines? What's your name, Eli? When you was in school, you got smacked with a pizza? You ain't a Lil G. You like a Lumi D. You like Mary Kate. You like Lil B. You look like you get dressed playing TLC. Don't go chase the waterfalls. Get your GED. Go get your life together. Get a FedEx job. Go get your bike together. I'ma be nice forever. You probably be sitting in your house watching commercials about, look, sitting on the couch, go to Everest. You will never last. You need like extra baths. You extra trash. You Texaco. I mean, you extra gas. Throw a match on them. Give them an extra blast. Like who hyped you up? You nice and stuff. Grown man, baby boy, pull your diapers up.
So, like, tell us, how did you come across that? How did you get on the Freestyle Friday deal? How did that work?
I was in a crib. Eating cereal. All that shit. I remember it vividly. Cause I just like, it was like something gotta give, right? And I'm in a crib. I'm living in the East. I'm living on Grant. And I'm in I had my little basement apartment. My grandma lived upstairs. I had the basement and shit. And like I went upstairs in the East cereal. I remember my man was in. I used to have a little studio in the basement. And one of my homies was downstairs in my studio. And I went upstairs, fucking starving, eating cereal, and Freestyle Friday was on. And I'm watching this shit, and I'm just like, I need something gotta give, right? And I watched the battle, and I felt like the artist. What's funny, it was an artist. I ain't gonna say his name, and shit, because we ended up getting cool later, right? But I felt like he wasn't shit, like when I seen it, right? I felt like he wasn't shit, right?
Holy.
I didn't know him personally,
okay,
right? I didn't know him personally, but when I heard this shit, cause he was from down south and shit, so it's like. He's from down south, and compared to how they sound and how we sound at that time and shit, because I catch battles now here and there, but niggas got nice, right? So I feel like around that time, I was just like, yo, bro, this nigga won it? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm sitting there eating cereal, and Terrence came on the shit like, yo, if you think you got what it takes to be the next Freestyle Friday champ, sign up right now. Go to BET.com/. And I fucking poured the cereal on the sink and went downstairs and got online and just filled that shit out. And I had a song, I had like a video out called Big Boy Moves at the time. It's probably like 2011. And I just sent the video with everything else. And them niggas hit me for an audition. And I remember the audition was in like, I'm gonna say like Baltimore or some shit. It wasn't here though. It was like I had to get on a bus. I had to get on a bus to go to the audition.
Oh, D.C. I think they were in D.C., right?
Right. So it was in D.C. I know it was either Baltimore, it was in DMV. It was in D.C. And my homie DJ at the time, my bro, at the time, I told him to call me. I'm like, yo, bro, just call me, bro. I pay for your ticket. I paid for me and him to get on a bus, and I went to D.C. and just got crazy. 2 verses. That's it. It was 2 verses. Like fucking. It was probably like 100 and something people in that room. And.
But they knew when they saw you and they heard those 2 verses. They knew there was something there.
Yeah, it was like 7 bars. Like the first one's probably like 7 bars, and they stopped. It was like, yo, just go sit down. Like, all right, boom, yeah, go sit down, like that. And then. They were just going through people. And I'm sitting there the whole time. And I'm like, damn, niggas ain't gonna pick me yet. And they finally said my name again. And then came back up. And the dude said whatever. And that's what they put out online. When I fucking just wowed on them, like, the whole shit. They was like, yo, nah, go home. Like, just go home. They said, yo, you ain't even gotta stay no more. Just go home. And I was like, word? Like, the shit wasn't even over. It's just like, yo, just go home.
Then
like,
you was in.
Right. So, yeah, word. Yeah, that shit was in D.C.
So how long after that before you were actually on the show?
It's like 3-4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It was just like I feel like the audition was like maybe right before the summer or in the summer or maybe right after the summer. I can't remember. I know it was anywhere between like May and September. That's when the audition was. It was anywhere between there because the first time I got on TV was in December. So it's probably like right after 2-month span, and it was like a random like what you call it. And it was like, yeah, and I was like, you on next week? I was like, oh shit, word. It was over after that.
So what happened? You battled, did you chewed the guy up, and then
What, the first time I went up there?
Yeah, the first time, how'd that turn out?
First time I had to take somebody championship spot. And it was either me or him, because if I lost, it was like, that's it.
Okay.
So I just like, yeah. Funkmaster Flex was one of the DJs. So I already knew how Flex give it up. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to violate this dude. And they bring it to 3 rounds. And I'm like, yeah, y'all niggas give it to 3 rounds. And it's just like, last round, just wowed on them. I think Kevin Hart shit was hot at the time. I did some Kevin Hart shit. And they just like, oh, it's a rap. And they put me in a championship seat. And the crazy part was they was going on vacation. That was on a Thursday, because they always filmed it the day before. So it says Freestyle Friday. It was like Thursday, right? Thursday afternoon. But here's the thing, it was like right before winter break, right? So they was about to go on break for like New Year's and shit. So they was like, yo, if you win, you got to come back tomorrow to battle somebody else. Because office is closed from like now until like after the ball drop. So it was like that first week, and then like the next, after I won, I had to come up there directly the next day, and then I won again, and then like the 2 weeks aired, and there was like a week off, and then we was back in like after the ball drop, like 2012.
Okay. So you come back after the holiday, after this winter break, what have you, and you guys start at it again.
No losses.
No losses.
No losses. Undefeated.
Killing the game. So
no losses.
Okay, so then I know when you went home in the neighborhood, everybody was excited. They loving you. You're in the street. You're a celebrity.
It was weird. It was real weird.
People treating you differently.
Most definitely. It was real weird. It was kind of corny.
How did you deal with that? How did you deal with the newfound fame? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
It was half and half. It was like I'm finally probably getting the respect I deserve nationally. Because, like, I always had the respect when it came to, like, my pen in my hood and, like, other people that I knew. Because I used to go to, like, other people's hoods to battle them in their hood. Like, oh, where they at? They from where? Or where? They over there? All right, boom, let's go over there. And then, like, you battle somebody over there and you get respect in their hood. You know what I'm saying? And then shit like that. That's how we was kind of getting known before all the YouTube and the DVD and all the other shit. We had to go places. Mm-hmm. So now we're just, like, on TV, and like I said, I had I said off camera, I had a kind of like a chip on my shoulder because like I did the battle one time before for nothing. Like I did the same process, audition, like it was in Manhattan, and one day I was like, this is when I was outside battling like in the streets, and I had a phone call, came to the house, my mom was like, yo, somebody named Terrence from BET called you. I'm like, Terrence from BET? Like, fuck. So I called the number back. Like, yo, you want to come up here to battle tomorrow? It's like, it's not for like the championship or nothing, like for a free phone and all the other shit. But not to Terrence, everybody else thing. It was like a production manager named Terrence and shit. So he called me up and I'm like, yeah, I'll come up there tomorrow. And mind you, I'm battling in the street. So I'm getting like street respect and all that shit. So I went and I lost. And I didn't lose because I was corny, because that's the worst part, right? Excuse me. I didn't lose because I was corny. I lost because I kept stopping. Like, I kind of got, it's like the deer in the headlight, because you're not used to these cameras. Like, the DVD camera getting ready, like, yeah, yo, y'all ready? And then you boost it up, and everybody around you, and the energy is the same. It's not that at all. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, we live. National TV, man. We live. Like, you can't fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna go, oh, and you can look around and be like, yeah, this is not it at all. It's like, everything is like strategic. Like, so, it's somebody on the side telling everybody, like, come on, Chase. So, and he's telling everybody to be quiet, and now somebody hosting and this, and so it's like a whole different feeling. So I'm just like, yo, this is crazy, right? So now I'm on there. I mean, I didn't practice at all because I just know I had it. Like I'm lit where I'm at, right? But now it's like it's different because like you can't tell somebody to SMD on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be like, nigga, F your moms and yeah, your mom. Like, you can't do this right now. You know what I'm saying? So just like, yo, no cursing. You only got 30 seconds. A beat is on. Like, you in the hood. It's like, you say what you want. Ain't no beat. It's whatever. You in the nigga face. This shit is like, this is prize boxing compared to, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, got it in. I started. And, like, the crowd reacted like, oh. And I kind of, like, looked around. And it was just like, you supposed to keep going. Like, they don't. Because remember, they could hear you on a mic. And, like, the audio and everything that's lined up. They all can hear you. So, every time you stop and it's just, like, crowd, you kind of, like, thinking that this is how it's supposed to go. But they, like, nah, we need repetitive, like, rap because this is all recorded in the system right now type shit. They just like, yo, he kept stopping. It wasn't consistent, so they gave it to the other guy. And I was like, yo, bro. I came back to my hood, and he was like, yo, bro, how the fuck you lose that shit, bro? Oh, you lose. And I just stopped, like, that was it. Like, I literally stopped battling after that. I started focusing on, like, you know what? Maybe that was a sign from God. Like, maybe God was like, yo, nigga, stop battling, because you ain't going to get nowhere battling. You need to get in the studio and make songs. And I, like, started focusing on strictly, like, making songs in the studio and fucking hits and damn R&B song, like whatever song that like they give me paid for like royalties and much, I started doing that shit. And then, like I said, fast forward, probably like what time? How many years? I was like 4 years, 5 years after that shit. And then I seen the opportunity again. I was like, you know what? I'm about to do this shit again because I know I could do this shit. So I'm gonna train myself. Like I train myself, discipline, and
oh, you're Rocky. You was a Rocky.
But that's why you're a winner. That's why you're a winner. You were able to take that loss. You were able to grow as a man. You took that L like a man, and you moved on forward, and you became even better, and then took the championship.
Nah, that L, I ain't take that L like a man. That shit stuck with me because I was like, yo, this shit. I'm mad that I went on. Like every time I see that shit, I'm like, how the fuck I go up there and do that shit? Like this shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I mean, the comeback was greater, like I said, because you know.
It fueled you to do better.
Yeah, exactly. It fueled me. I had a chip on my shoulder. But the thing was, like, I kind of... forget it. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
I mean, your performance was epic. I mean, if anybody has watched it, your performance was epic, completely flawless. I mean... If you go back and you watch all of the archives, there has not been a performer or a winner that really dominated the way that you did.
I appreciate that. I mean, it was discipline. I shut everything down. I didn't want to record in the studio. I didn't want to record no songs. I was just strictly battling. Like, I don't want to see nothing but opponent. I don't want to record nothing. Don't give me no song. Don't book me for no shows. Don't do nothing. None of that shit. And I won, but I feel like I was behind when I was at the end of the shit, though.